Bonjour and welcome to France. Well, we're in Morzine. Not sure how good a video this is going to be, but the main purpose of this video is to show all you viewers that my wife did actually come on this holiday with me, because we've got this far and we've been on lots of rides, but we've never actually filmed her. So today, one of the reasons that I'm not doing the bike park as such is that I've injured my hand. I had a crash, it's all fat and swollen. So rather than do braking bumps, me and the wife are going to do a bit of a loop. So if you want to join us on that, she is alive. Let me show you. Are you nervous about this one? She's always nervous. She's always nervous. I guess we probably should talk bikes. We're on Bergamonts. My wife is on a hardtail. I'm on full suspension. You think, how is that even fair? The problem we have is that finding small enough bikes for Jacqueline is hard. So yeah, it's going to be a bumpy ride for her, but with her skills, shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, let's just keep going. Anyway, why don't I take you back to the start and show you how we've got to, because we're already sort of a third of the way into the trip, I guess. But anyway, this is what we've done so far. Any chance you could help? Oh, thank you. You go in there, yep. Are you excited? Want to last this adventures? You'll love it. Alright, bike number one. Bike number two. Alright, the old-fashioned dropper. You do miss it, yeah. Life without a dropper's not much of a life. Alright, so this is where all the camper guys hang out. I don't think my wife would go for that. Yeah, we've gained a lot of altitude quite quickly by taking the gondola. Alrighty, hill climb challenge of the day. Yeah, just power on through. That's it. Lots of juice. Oh, she's got some power in her legs. As long as she doesn't stall, because if she stalls, it's a disaster, because she pretty much always falls off. But if she gets to the top, it'll be good. And she's leaving me behind. Alright, I promised Jacqueline we would only do green trails or the road, and of course there's a blue trail here, so she's going to try that. Probably get some people screaming. Now if you're talking on trail etiquette, obviously if someone comes up behind you, it's good to let them through, but you should only do it when it's safe for you and you feel confident to do it. Everyone's got the right to use the trails. So much. I came here the other day and it was just like riding in peanut butter, and I slipped off and hurt my hand, so yeah, have a chill day. Yeah, one of the big problems we have trying to rent bikes this whole holiday is a small is still way too big for Jacqueline. She looked at a small full suspension, so you can literally just roll over that. There's just absolutely nothing there. And yeah, you can roll that every day of the week. There'll be no drops that, you know, well, I hope there'll be no drops. Yeah, the rock's your friend. You're just going to roll straight over that. It's just a rock. I must admit I get really nervous, because every time we go on one of these, Jacqueline says, I won't get hurt, will I? And I desperately never want to get Jacqueline hurt, so everything we do has to be safe. I think you're doing really well. So use your arms and legs as your suspension, especially on the hardtail. Alright, should we just carry on with that? Yeah. With famous last words. All right, and just sweep round that berm. Let the brakes go. Just let the brakes go. That's it. Jacqueline's probably the only one doing this on a hardtail today. There you go, nice and wide. Sweep round, let go of the brakes, and just roll round with speed. That's it. Bit of speed's your friend on the berms. You just, and again, you want to lean, bring your body weight down the bottom side. That's it. Oh, nice. Okay, you can roll straight over the top of that tabletop. Just roll straight over. Just let go of the brakes. That's it. And the next one. Oh yeah, get some air. Woohoo, no foot can. You're doing really good. No, you are doing good. You just don't, it's just going to be more of the same. Actually, to be honest, I think it's easier than getting down that gravel road. Because we were going to go down the gravel road, but the gravel road is going to be quite steep and slippery, whereas this is a much more gentle gradient all the way down. You got that. It's okay. You freak when you see rocks. You just literally, your brain explodes when you see rocks, but they're actually just like dirt. They're just coloured grey, and you can literally just ride over them. That's it. Same thing. They're just grey dirt. Just keep. All right. No worries. Good. Yeah, we'll let those two through. But yeah, just nice that you can see it just takes a nice gentle gradient all the way down. Beautiful piece of track. That looks so cool. Everyone's snaking down the hill amongst the flowers. I never mentioned flowers, of course. That's it. You've got it. Turn, turn, turn. You've got to turn. You can't straighten up the corners. You have to turn. That's one of the mistakes you get yourself. You try turning up the berm and you've got to go around it. It's the only way to get around the corner is to turn. I'm super proud of you. That wasn't an easy trail. That was fairly janky all the way down. I promised you greens and we got a blue. You happy? You did well. You want to go and give you the old fist pump? Go and visit some goats? Are we calling this lunch?
Yeah.
I guess it's an unusual lunch, but it looks good. Alright, and something a little bit different for you. We're going to go to the goat village. Now, we actually came here the other day and fed the goats. Yeah, you can pay to feed goats. And all these people are coming to visit the goats. Everywhere you go, goats. And people taking photos of goats. And feeding goats. You can pay €1 to feed the goats. And if you really want, you can get a goat skin. He's not moving. Says, I don't want to move. Really? I was sleeping there. The goats are quite funny actually, because they're really only interested in your food, so they don't want to be patted, they just want to have your food. All I care about is food. If tourists wanted to come and pat me and not feed me, I wouldn't be impressed. Do you wish you were on a road bike cycling up the hills?
I do.
You do. It's actually what you want to be doing. Yep. Jacqueline's only riding an e-bike because her husband wants to ride an e-bike. She prefer to be like this guy. Alright, so you know how on my video I always get lost? Well, I'm not the only one, my wife does the same. So we went past this and then we rode back up the road. But anyway, there's a nice sort of, down as a green trail all the way down by the river to the little lake. And I'll show you the lake when we get there. Alrighty, that's a double black if ever I saw one. It's a beautiful forest. Yeah, beautiful spot. I'm glad we made the effort to come back up and find this track. Alright, looks like we've arrived at the lake. Very pretty indeed. You guys know me and my sandwiches, always having sandwiches. Good sandwich? Yeah, it's really beautiful. Can't actually cycle right against the edge of the lake, but there's a path just above it, which is equally as nice. And of course there's no walkers on this one, so that makes it better.
You have a nice view and it's in the shade.
It's funny, whenever we come anywhere, if I walk somewhere, I always look around and think I could ride that. And whenever we come for a ride, you're always saying, I could come and run here. Alright, as we mentioned earlier, one of the problems we have when finding bikes is that my wife's only 5 foot tall, 5 foot nothing, 150 centimeters, and even an extra small is too big for her. And most bikes that are either, sometimes she ends up riding a medium that's just way too big. This one is not too bad. But anyway, I'm going to show you the issue that she has. Okay, Jacqueline, I want you to show me how you would normally get on a bike and start riding it. Now you can see her, she's just about on her tippy toes and she's straddling the bike, and alright, and then you pedal away. Okay, so that works, but you can see that one of the issues she has is that she has to get over the bike. And that's quite awkward, and especially when the bike is too big for her. And some of the bikes are a lot bigger. We chose this one because it's really small. Now this is going to seem super obvious to most of you, but it wasn't super obvious to my wife, and she's been spending most of the holiday trying to learn to do this. It seems like, as I say, to me it seems like really simple, but it's obviously not, so maybe it might help some of you. But instead of straddling the bike and trying to get started, what I do almost every time is literally just lift that pedal up a bit, just put one foot on the pedal, just step down and just ride away. Okay, so again, some of you may think, oh, it's just obvious, Lance, but Jacqueline has been struggling and she's fallen off a couple of times trying it. Okay, so you just step down on the pedal and away you go. You've got it. Oh, she's thinking about it. That's it, simple as that. And she's had a lot of practice at that, but it makes so much easier to get started. Don't worry about the curse. Alright, standing up. That's it, standing up. Covering both brakes. As you say, you're going to go the corner nice and wide. That's it. You've got it. Actually, I think it was that worst, just up there was the worst corner. These ones are not too bad actually. Just getting the flow. Again, you just roll straight over it. There's nothing there. Alright, so we're actually going in the opposite direction to Morzine to go and check out a little village down this way. Keep exploring. Can't return the bike until they're flat. The guy at the bike shop said that we'll never use all the batteries, so that's almost a challenge really, isn't it? Oh, that's a challenge for you though, dear. What in the world do you call that? That seems like a good health and safety. Anyways, this one's new, 2024. Alright, as normal in Lance's little adventures, we've come to a roadblock slip. Oh, that's not going to stop us, surely. No worries. The other thing about Jacqueline is that I'm not a huge fan of e-bikes. Her husband makes her ride them, but my wife's is very light as well as small. So these things as a percentage of her body weight are absolutely massive. Okay, let the adventure continue. Turns out on closer inspection there is actually a path, and we don't like riding on the main roads if we can avoid it. I'll probably have to help Jacqueline with this bit. I'll help you, dear. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Lance's adventures. My wife loves my adventures. Onwards. Got no idea what this is, but we will find out. Yeah, it's a lovely spot. Keep going. Keep going. Unless you want to go for a swim. Bit of skinny dipping. We won't show that on the camera. We'll edit that out. Alright, wasn't expecting a pump track in a little village, but see what we can make of it. Where does it go? Oh. Get lost on this one. This is quite hard work on a big old e-bike. Don't think I'll be going Crankworks pump track anytime soon. Oh shit! Oh, that was the wrong line. Alright, well, we're heading back to Morzine. We're trying to avoid all the roads where possible, and got no idea quite where this goes, but hey, the adventure keeps working, so let's just keep going with it. We're not lost. Did you get stuck in the bog? I didn't film it. Can we do a reenactment? Okay. Jacqueline's just said she doesn't recognise any of this track, and then I said, well, that's because we've never ridden it before. One of the cool things, I don't know if I've ever mentioned e-bikes on this channel, but you always feel that if you mess up and go the wrong way, you've always got the option of just turning around and riding back the other way, and it doesn't matter. Whereas when I was on my downhill bike, if you went down a hill, hell or high water, you were not going pushing it back up, you were finding the way down. Okay, this is getting proper. Oh, okay. Uh-oh, I might be in trouble here.
This looks interesting.
It does look interesting, dear. It looks interesting. Have you messed up here?
I must have done.
Because I don't think it could have been my fault.
No, it's never your fault.
Never my fault. Okay, I'm assuming it's like there's been loads of bikes, so the question is, where do they come from? They must have. Literally, where did they come from? Just landed from outer space, you think? Did we miss a turn or something? I don't. Alright. This must be the first time ever in one of my videos we've got lost. I don't think it's ever happened before. The audience won't believe it. Luckily we've got trail forks. Jacqueline just takes off and she's gone flying back in the other direction, and I know exactly why, because she figures that I'm getting an idea in my head and she knows it's going to be bad, and so she's legging it back the other way before I can start my bad idea. We're thinking up here. I think it could be onto something. Oh, you never know. Let the adventure continue. We're going across a paddock now. Oh, I can see a road with horses on it. Can't see my wife though. I'm probably in trouble here, guys. Probably in trouble yet again, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, she's happy. She's coming. So the question was, that your idea or my idea? I think you wanted to leave the main road. I'm going to say that was your idea.
That was the best idea all day.
It was.
You would have seen the horses.
That's right. And you wouldn't have got to get stuck in a bog.
Yeah, and it's a highlight idea.
First rule of renting a bike is bring it back muddy.
Muddy and broken.
Muddy and broken. That's usually how I bring them back. And look where we are. We're in Morzine. Done pretty much a full circuit around the mountains. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but this is how the downhillers all return from Leger back to Morzine. Here's an interesting exercise. Can I catch Jacqueline just rolling while she's pedaling? Use fat over muscle. I don't think so, actually. She's pulling away from me. Okay, she's a flyer. Doing 52, it's not bad going. Still didn't get you though. I was pedaling. Well, that was another one of my sort of epic adventures. You didn't die though, did you?
No, I was actually pleasantly surprised I didn't die today.
I was actually really stoked. She got down that grade 3 track. Of course it won't look, well, it wasn't super gnarly, but for you that was pretty gnarly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't part of my plan, but hey, most of today wasn't part of my plan, but we made it work and we had an awesome day. We're back at our apartment here in Morzine. Hopefully the hand should be a little less swollen tomorrow and we'll get back out for some more gnarly stuff. But anyway, what should the punters do, dear?
They should subscribe, thumbs up please, and leave a comment, which would be super nice.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.